What's good, Coach Colin Castello with Shotmechanics, back with another video where today we're going to reenact some of the most iconic shots in NBA history and give you some tips so you can make them as well. Let's go!
Should the Spurs foul? Should Miami go for the three right away? Just attack the basket. James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound, Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
All right, so the first iconic shot we're going to work on is the Ray Allen backpedal from the Miami Heat days. Now, this is one of the most iconic shots. It really saved that Miami Heat championship season, and it's a really, really hard shot to shoot. Now, it's something that Ray Allen has practiced over and over and over again, so he had the muscle memory to knock it down in that scenario. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it, and I'm going to give you some of the tips that will help you shoot shots out of the same exact scenario. So the whole thing with Ray Allen that makes this shot so hard is, number one, he's backpedaling away from the hoop, right? Anytime your momentum is moving away from the hoop, it's going to be a lot harder to knock down the shot. So just that alone is going to make it pretty difficult. The next thing that's going to kind of make this a little bit hard is it's a really quick release time, right? As he catches the ball, as he's backpedaling, short time, defenders closing out, he doesn't have time to load really low and really kind of get his feet set and planted before he goes into his shot. Right? So the speed mixed with the direction of the backpedal is what makes this shot so incredibly hard. So what we're going to do when we're getting ready to shoot this is I'm going to think about keeping my nose over my knees when I catch the ball. Nose over knees. Because anytime you're backpedaling away from the hoop, if you can catch and keep your nose over your knees, that's going to keep my momentum and my weight forward rather than leaning backward. I would say probably 95% of the time when players shoot a backpedal shot like this, they miss it short because their energy and momentum's going away from the basket. So the key that I'm going to try to do, number one, is I'm going to get my nose over my knees. Key number two, I'm going to target the rim as early as I can, right? In a split-second decision where you got to get a jumper up super fast like this, you'll notice that the best players always snap their eyes to the rim as soon as their hand's touching leather, or maybe even a little bit before. So as I'm backpedaling and I'm catching the ball, I'm going to get my eyes up on the rim nice and early, because the longer I aim at it, the more accurate I'm going to be. If I can do those two tips, it's going to help me hit this shot. Let's check it out. All right, so I don't have a passer like Chris Bosh to pass the ball right now. We got Jake behind the camera, but he's doing camera stuff. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in a backpedal. I'm going to spin the ball out to my side, and I'm going to backpedal and chase it. Now, the whole key here is I got to stay in bounds, and I got to shoot it nice and quick. Sound good? All right, ready? Here we go. Backpedal, nose over knees. Let's go! One take, Timmy.
Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds. He wins the series. It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Lillard, good! Good! And the Blazers win the series for the first time in 14 years!
All right, so next one up, we've got Damian Lillard's deep range buzzer beater to beat the Rockets from a few years ago. Now, the whole key with this one is it's catch and shoot. It's nice and fast. So just like before, we're going to want to target early, right? But there's a couple more things that we're going to want to be able to do to hit this shot. Now, the first thing, because it's so far out and it has a lot of range, is we got to get good pop with the feet. So if you watch Damian Lillard on the shot, as he's getting ready to shoot, his feet are just really quick on the ground, right? He doesn't catch. He doesn't stop for a second, take his time to gather. He uses a quick pop out of the balls of his feet to launch into a shot. So the whole key here is I'm going to pretend like hot lava. I'm not going to be on the ground for very long. As soon as I touch the ball with my hand, I'm going to pretend like it's hot lava shooting into the shot, right? The next thing I want to think about is I'm going to pendulum my feet forward, meaning as I get ready to shoot, when I let this guy fly, I'm not going to go straight up and straight down and land in the same spot. I'm going to start with my shoulders forward, nose over knees like we did in the corner. But now I'm going to let my feet come forward and land closer, because that's actually going to give me a little pendulum. It's going to give me more power, more momentum, right? So those are probably the two keys I'm going to think about here. Quick contact time with the feet, letting my feet come forward on the landing. So an underrated aspect about this shot that makes it even harder is Damian was actually facing away from the hoop when he was cutting towards the ball, right? Because it was a sideline out of bounds. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to throw the ball off the wall. That way I got to get my targeting on early and really get that pop as quick as I can. All right, here we go. Nose forward, feet forward, bucket, let's go!
It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Lillard hits it. Good! And the Blazers win the series for the first time in 14 years! Finds Rose. Rose trying to get open, fires away. Bang! It's over! The Bulls win at the buzzer!
All All right, so right now we've worked on, a back pedal shot. We've worked on a deep range catch and shoot. Now we're gonna work on a pull-up going to our right-hand side with the classic Derrick Rose against the Cavaliers. One of the most clutch shots he had in his entire career. So basically the thing that makes this one hard is he's pulling up going to his dominant hand side. So most players, when they pull up off the dribble going to their shooting hand, it makes it a lot harder because some of their mechanics are out of alignment. So the main thing we're gonna think about here is what we call a leg drift. So you'll watch as D Rose comes off of this dribble and he pushes out to the side. When he gets ready to pull up from the wing, his feet are pretty squared to the basket, right? That creates a ton of upper body tension, and most of the time players are gonna miss that short. But what you notice that he does is as he comes up, he lets that leg drift through, so he has his right leg come through this direction towards the hoop. That actually turns his hips and allows him to get a higher release and a smoother follow through. So a lot of times if you watch the best, finishes in the NBA, or guys when they're hitting tough shots pulling up to their right hand side or their shooting hand side, they're always gonna have that little bit of a leg drift where their right leg's coming through. So let's check it out and see if we can hit it. All right, so I'm gonna hit this leg drift, but hold on, I'm gonna make this a little bit harder. We're gonna grab a defender. Now I'm gonna get a bucket over the top of him. All right, here we go. Let's set it up like D Rose. We're going to the right. Oh, bucket. Let's go.
Rose trying to get open, fires away. Bang! It's over. The Bulls win at the buzzer. Walton can tip it. Bryant with the save.
Oh, you got to get a shot here.
Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang!
All right, next up, we've got some Mamba mentality with Kobe Bryant's deadly pull-up 15-footer against the Suns for the win. Now, the whole kind of key to this one is, number one, Kobe's trying to get to his spot, right? Kobe loves that 15-foot pull-up, so that's where he's trying to get to initially. The next key that we want to think about is he actually has some fadeaway, because in the mid-range, a lot of times you're going to get challenged more than you will out of the three-point line. So you notice on this shot, Kobe actually relaxes his shoulders way back and kicks his right leg out, again, thinking about a leg drift because he's moving to his dominant side. And as he relaxes those shoulders, it allows him to fade away from the defender, get a nice soft touch over the top. All right, we're gonna make this even harder because Kobe didn't shoot over one defender. He shot over not one, but two defenders. And then we're gonna make it even harder because they weren't short defenders, they were tall defenders. So I'm gonna add a little height to this guy right here. Boom, just like that. Now I really gotta get my shot up. So for here, Kobe started on the left side of the floor, crossed over, hesitated at about the top of the three-point line, then a one dribble pull-up into a 15-footer. Again, leg drift, a little bit of a fadeaway. Let's go.
Get a shot here.
Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang!
So now that we've walked through it, you can knock down big-time shots just like these iconic legends. And since I'm a professional shooting coach, I decided to do you one extra and give you free access to my quick draw shooting workout. This is a shooting workout that's gonna increase your shooting speed and increase your shooting accuracy the very first time you use it. So all you gotta do is click the top link in the description down below or the link in the comments to get instant access today. And if you're new to Shotmechanics, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you wanna see next, and hopefully we're gonna get to it. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castello of Shotmechanics. I'm gonna knock this down on two guys. Fade away! Let's go! Let's go!